Yana, and welcome to your Rise and Shine yoga practice. Today's practice is focused on yoga for the spine in the theme of flexibility. So let's begin on your mat. We can start in the seated position, getting connected with the breath. We'll inhale the hands up above the head. Exhaling the hands. Deep, full exhalation. Hands back to the heart. You can close the eyes here, focusing on the third eye, the brow. Inhale the arms above the head. Gathering the full breath into the body, slow as if moving through molasses. Exhaling the hands back to the heart, pressing the hands together. And one more inhalation, inhaling the arms above the head. Moving into the length of the spine and exhaling the hands back to the heart. Reaching right hand onto the knee, looking over the left shoulder. Taking a cat-cow here, exhaling the head back towards the belly button. Inhale the chin towards the sky. So moving through this flexibility in the spine. Creating a relationship as we inhale the chin up. And exhale. Belly button back towards the spine, tucking the tailbone under. The yogis say you're only as old as your spine. So really using this idea of flexibility, inhaling the chin up towards the sky. And being flexible in the body, in the spine. Exhaling the belly button back down towards the spine. And then inhale back to center. Hands above head gathering. Exhale, left hand to right knee, looking over the right shoulder. Proud through the middle of the chest. Inhale, looking over the right shoulder. Tall through the spine as if a string is pulling you up towards the heavens. And on the exhalation, belly button back towards spine, tucking the tailbone under, a slight cat position here. And then on the inhale, tipping the tailbone back, head up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, belly button towards spine, tucking the tailbone under. Inhale. Breathing up, shoulder blades come together, chin towards sky. And one more exhalation, belly button back down towards the spine, looking towards the midline of the body. And inhale, chin up, chest up to ceiling. Exhale, releasing and letting go. We'll come over to child's pose here. Again, this opportunity to ground in with the breath. Hands extended, getting that length in the spine. Chin may come forward or resting forward on the forehead on the ground. Inviting the breath in, starting to connect with the Ujjayi breath or the victory breath if you're familiar with that. Inhaling deep into the belly through the nostrils. Slowing down on the breath, maybe even pulling up on Mula Bandha or the Kegel if you're familiar with that. For easier explanation, on the exhalation, allowing the chin and chest to sink down towards the ground. Inhale, arms extended. And if you're finding that the head isn't coming down towards the ground, you might even place a pillow or even a block underneath the forehead. One more breath here. Breathing into the armpits, the shoulder blades, all the way down into the hips. And then walking the hands over towards the left side off of your mat. You might even place right palm on top of left back of the hand. Inviting in the fullness of the breath, starting to bring our awareness into the body with this meditation of movement. Exhaling the hands back to the opposite side of the mat, over to the right side of the mat, off of the mat. Bringing maybe even energy up into the fingertips, lifting the heel of the hands off the ground, and then walking the fingertips even extended a little bit longer, a few more inches forward, placing left hand on top of right. Expanding into the breath. And hands back to center. Beautiful. Tucking the toes under and coming into a cat position. Arching the feet here. Chin up towards the sky. Exhaling. Head back towards the belly button. Inhale, chin and chest up. Tailbone towards the sky. Exhale, tucking under, looking back towards the belly button, pressing into the hands, breathing into the back of the beautiful heart. Inhale, cat, chest up towards the ceiling. Exhale, tucking tailbone under, pressing firmly into both palms of the hands. Beautiful, one more time. And then on the exhale, bringing our spine back to neutral spine. Untucking the toes, pressing into the hands, and then tucking the toes again, active through the feet here. And this time we're going to lift the knees up off the ground and breathing into the back of the back. Really press up into this assisted plank with the knees bent. Breathing into the back of the heart. You might begin to shake here. And this is really bringing strength all throughout the length of the spine here. Strength into the thighs, strength into the hands, breathing behind the heart. And on the exhalation, bringing the knees down. Tucking toes under and coming back up to downward dog. Or if you need a little rest in child's pose, that's great too. Coming back to the breath. And when you're ready, meeting us in downward dog. Beautiful. Walking the knees back and forth. Stretching out the hamstrings here. Beautiful. Get that length in the back of the hamstrings simultaneously. And then walking the feet one in front of the other, or one by one, up to the top of your mat, bending your knees here and hanging over, letting the head hang loose. The head and neck being an extension of the spine. So you can grab hold of both elbows here, sitting back even slightly as if you're sitting in a chair here, bringing the weight into the heels of the feet. Strong through the thighs, inward rotation of the knees here. As we exhale, coming up into a chair pose. That child's pose is on my mind right now. Inhale, bringing those hands up above the head. Arms out to cactus arms. And then looking down, making sure that the knees are back behind the toes. Strong as if you're sitting back in your chair here. And on the exhale, standing all the way up, reaching towards the sky, and little slight back bend here. Inhale, lifting that ball or the sun up above your head, initiating the stretch from the lower spine, mid spine, and upper spine, arms back by the ear. And then exhale, hands back to heart center. Beautiful. Taking a breath here to connect in your mountain pose or Tadasana. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale, cascading forward. Inhale up to flat back. Exhale, cascading forward again. And this time bringing the right foot back down to the ground. Right knee comes onto the ground. Inhale the arms above the head into your runner's lunge. Grabbing a hold of both wrists. fingertips interlaced. And exhale, reaching over to the left side, getting an extension through the side body, extending the spine to the left, and then back through the center, extending the spine over towards the right, fingertips to the right, squeezing the thighs together. Inhale back to center. Exhale, the hands come down to frame the right foot. Left foot comes back to the right, and then bringing the knees down, squaring off the shoulders, pressing down into your chaturanga from the knees or full chaturanga, and then coming forward into your cobra position. Heels kissing toes kiss, rotate the shoulders up, down, and back. Strong breathing into your proud chest. Exhale, the head back down, tucking the toes under and pressing back up to plank. Strong through the spine and all the way back down to downward dog. Pressing back, hips up into the sky. Take 3 deep, full breaths here. You're doing great. With your focus, moving this energy through the spine as we wake up the body. Inhaling right leg up into the air. And bend the right knee back to a 45-degree angle and take some hip circles here. Knee circling around in one direction, circling around in the other direction. Then drawing that right heel back up into the sky to 3-legged dog. Inhale, the right knee all the way through, squeezing it up towards the chest, through the midline, and then forward onto the mat in whatever way it reaches. Tuck that right heel down, left heel down onto the ground at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, come up into warrior 2. Inhale, strong warrior, 45-degree in the front knee, right knee, looking out over the palms. Inhale, right arm back to humble warrior. And exhale, windmilling the arms back down to the ground. Right leg comes back to meet the left, knees to the ground, chaturanga, knees, chest, shin. And then coming back to your cobra position. Inhaling, proud chest presses off the floor. Arms might even, hands might come off the floor. Feet kissing. And on the exhale, tucking the toes under, coming back to plank. Hips back up to downward dog. Beautiful. This time bringing the left leg up into the air to 3-legged dog, bending the left knee, making hip circles here in one direction. Squaring off the hips and then switching into the other direction. Strong through the arms, strong through the spine. Left leg presses up into the air and then drawing the left knee in towards the chest all the way up until it comes up to come between the hands. Beautiful. Bring the right heel down to the ground at a 45-degree angle, gluing that right heel down. Strong through the arms, windmill, arms up to warrior 2 on the left side. Inhale, looking over the middle finger. Strong breath. Facing palms up towards the sky. Inhale, left hand up into the air. Back to humble warrior. And on the exhale, windmilling the hands down to frame the front foot. Walking the right foot up to meet the left. Bending forward, hanging out your forward fold here. Releasing the head and the neck down. Strong through the feet. Taking one more deep inhalation here. Sitting back in your chair pose, arms up into the air, and then coming all the way up into standing. Hands back to heart center. We'll do that again, but a little bit faster. Inhaling the arms up, with a flow. Exhaling forward. One breath, one movement. Inhale, sliding hands up the leg, flat back. Exhale, hands come down to frame the front leg. Right knee comes back to the ground. Inhale, the hands up above the head. Bend to the left side, bend to the right side. Inhale, hands back to center. Exhale, bring the hand down to frame the feet. Left leg comes back to meet the right, and then pressing back to downward dog. Beautiful. Right leg up into the air, three-legged dog. Bending the right knee, circling the knee in one direction, circling the knee in the other direction. Right leg presses up into the sky and comes all the way through to the front. Left heel to the ground. Inhale the arms up to warrior one. Back to humble warrior. Inhale back. Windmilling the arms down. Framing the front foot. Right foot comes back to meet the left. Bring the knees down, chaturanga, chin, chest, and coming all the way through to your cobra. This time inviting yourself to, as you draw the heels together, king cobra, pressing up into the hands, strong, flexible through the back of the spine. You might even lift the hands up off of the ground. And on the exhale, releasing the full body down, toes tucked under, pressing up to plank, back to downward dog. Immediately, left leg comes up into the air. Nice. Bending that left knee, circling it around in one direction, in the other direction, and then pressing left toe back. Inhaling left knee in towards chest, bringing it up between the hands, right heel back to the ground, and coming up to warrior two on the opposite side. Beautiful. Hands up towards the ceiling, palms up. Inhale back, proud warrior. Exhale, windmilling the hands down. Bring the left foot back to meet the right. Knees down, chaturanga, chin, chest. Coming forward into your nice king cobra again. Strong through the chest, pressing into the legs. And on the exhale, head back down towards the ground. Tucking your toes under. Coming back to downward dog. Beautiful. Then lifting your left leg up into the air. This time, bringing the left leg through. Right knee comes onto the ground, undoing the front, the top of the right foot. Inhale up, hands above the head, reaching, grasping both palms. And then adding this bend here to the left and then to the right. Beautiful, hands back to center. Exhale, framing the front foot and drawing the right foot up to meet the left. As we add on, exhale, bending forward. You could even draw both feet together to really sit back in your chair here. Knees behind the toes. Inhale the arms up into the sky. Sit back in your chair, nice and strong through the spine, strong through the lower and upper body connected. And on the exhale, standing all the way up. Inhaling, hands back to heart center. And coming back to center in the breath. Seeing how quickly can we come back to the beating of the heart, identifying the flow of the breath. Beautiful. Inhale the arms up. And this time we're going to step the left leg back immediately into Parsvatanasana and coming all the way down. The left leg is at a 45-degree angle, bringing the body down, both hips facing forward and bending over the right front leg. You might be on your fingertips. If it's available for you, you could bring the torso down towards the leg. Perhaps the heels of the hands lining up with the heels of the feet. Belly button back towards spine. As you really breathe into the flexibility of the spine by squaring off of those hips. Both hips facing forward towards the front of your mat. Bringing your weight evenly into your left heel, into both heels. And then on the exhale, hands come up to the waist, extending into flat back over the right leg. And on the exhale, coming all the way back up, switching the weight back towards the center of the mat into wide-legged, arms up towards the sky, hands back to the heart center. The same move we did in the beginning, but from this position, arms up. Inhale, exhale, hands back to center. Grounding one more time. Inhale, arms up above the head. Exhale, hands back to center. Beautiful. Squaring off the right foot at a 45-degree angle. Toes parallel to the mat. And then inhale, arms up. Exhale, bending, hinging at the hips, drawing that left hip bone back to meet the right as the hands or fingertips come down towards the ground, extending over that left leg. If you're up on your fingertips, really draw the shoulders up and down and back, squeezing them in towards the midline. Notice what's happening to the breath. Can you come back to the wave of the breath? One more inhale here. Deep exhalation. Grounding in both heels. Inhale up to flat back. Hands come to the waist, extending out of the spine. Feeling that connection between the base of the spine and the top of the head. And on the exhale, grounding into that back right heel. And coming back up, looking over the front of the leg. Inhale, hands back to heart center. Back into wide forward fold. This time, inhale the arms up. Exhale, hinging at the hips, wide-legged forward fold. Coming flat, bringing the head, the torso down. The hands may move down towards the ground. And wherever you are, maybe the heels line up with the palms of the hands and palms of the hands vice versa, line up with the heels, squeezing the elbows together. Inhale, pressing up just slightly, and on the exhale, extending out the back of the hamstring. Head moves down towards the ground. The ultimate goal to be at peace, right? Not judging the body for how it changes every day. But using the breath, the spine, the flexibility of the mind, moving through the spine and the breath to bring us back into a state of equilibrium. Beautiful. One more breath here. Notice if you're holding in the jaw, the eyes, releasing the head, the neck. And on your next inhalation, really allow that belly button to draw back towards the spine. Inhale up to flat back. Exhale the hands to the hips. Reaching forward in your flat back, wide-legged flat back, and coming all the way back up. Just standing, slowly grounding into the feet here. Pulling up on your Mula Bandha, especially if you feel lightheaded, pulling up on the root of the perineum. Inhale the arms above the head. Hands back to heart center. Step walk or jump your legs together. Fantastic. We're going to come down to the ground and end with one other nice spine strengthening pose, bridge here. So flattening the back on the ground. You can bring the knees bent, hip-width distance apart. Pressing the hands into the ground here. making one line from the top of the head all the way to the base of the spine. Feet parallel, bringing the elbows up into robot arms so the palms are facing towards each other. And then inhale, slowly one vertebra at a time up off of the floor. Legs as if they're squeezing a block in parallel strength until you can lift almost all of the spine up off of the floor, looking chin up towards the ceiling. Please keep the chin up towards the ceiling. It's really important for your neck health. No looking at the screen here. And then on the exhale, releasing one vertebra at a time, the spine comes back to kiss the floor. Beautiful. And again, one more time, inhale, pressing into the elbows, lifting the tailbone, the mid-chest, the upper chest rises towards the sky. Feeling the space between the chin and the chest, strong through the quads, strong through the belly button back towards the spine. Pressing into the elbows too here to lift even the heart, the back of the heart up off of the ground. One more deep breath here. Beautiful, you're doing great. And then exhale, slowly releasing one vertebrae at a time back down but to the ground. Beautiful. Knees in towards the chest here. Releasing the whole back body pressed up against the ground. You could even rock, interlace the fingertips, rocking back from the right hip to the left hip. Back into that mobility and flexibility of the spine. And then extending the legs out wide, bringing the hands to the forehead in prayer position, and giving gratitude and thanks for your strong body, for your flexible spine, and for this gift of life that we have here. Thank you so much for showing up for the practice today. And thank you to the African American Arts and Cultural Complex for the gift of this forum. Namaste and Ashe.